Tonight, from disaster to rapture, joyous reunions in Chile as those miners are rescued one by one, and the incredible ingenuity that saved their lives.
From CBS News World Headquarters in New York, this is the CBS Evening News with Katie Couric.
Good evening, everyone. It was hard to imagine any kind of happy ending when a Chilean mine caved in 10 weeks ago, trapping 33 men a half-mile below the earth. But 27 have now been rescued, and the rest will soon be on the way up. First to be rescued was Florencio Avalos just after midnight in Chile. By late afternoon, they were coming up every half hour. The Phoenix rescue capsule took them from the hot, dark mine to Chile's cool spring air and into the arms of loved ones. After 70 days, they are finally free. Seth Doan is at the San Jose mine in Chile. Seth, if anything, this operation is going more smoothly than anticipated.
Absolutely, Katie. In fact, it's moving well ahead of schedule. That rescue capsule, which used to take about 15 minutes to get to the surface, is now taking as little as 9 as rescuers get more comfortable with this operation. Chileans are incredibly proud to show their ability here on the world stage, as this has captivated attention in this country. And certainly that's the case here around me in Camp Hope, where people are still glued to TV sets as this complex rescue operation unfolds. One by one, husbands, brothers, fathers, and sons emerged to joyous reunions that defied all odds. Each lifted from an underground cave that could have just as easily become a tomb. Mario Sepulveda couldn't contain his joy. Hugs for his family and his president.
I was with God and with the devil, and God took me.
His starring role on the miners' videos has earned him the nickname Super Mario and led to rumors of a possible job offer from Chilean TV. But he said, "I was born a miner and I'll die a miner." All through the night and into the day, these were the moments that had an entire nation finally exhaling. A son welcomed back to life by his mother. Many miners wore the same T-shirt. It reads, "Gracias, Señor," or "Thank you, Lord." A father hugging his child. A mechanic who rarely entered the mine, Victor Zamora, had gone down to repair a vehicle. For Esteban Rojas, prayers of thanksgiving came before his fiancée's hugs and kisses. Almost everyone cried. Before the collapse, Osman Isidro Aria had promised his wife and 3 children that he'd quit the mine for something safer. He'd sent up one message saying, "I will fight to the end to be with you." At 63, Mario Gomez has been working in a mine since he was 12 years old. Jimmy Sanchez, only 19, has been a working miner for 5 months. Johnny Barrios is going from a thriller to a soap opera. He was welcomed by his 56-year-old mistress, Susana. Barrios' wife of 28 years, Marta, only found out about the affair during his entrapment. The rescues started just before midnight. Families in Camp Hope held their breath. The first miner has just made it to the surface. The crowd, the energy here is electric. In the nearby town of Copiapó, schools are closed. The freed miners are being brought to the hospital here and appear to be in decent shape. Edison Pena reportedly ran 6 miles a day underground to Elvis Presley music. Now he's been invited to visit Graceland. All the miners will have to get used to being in the spotlight, but for now, it's simply joy. Maria Segovia's agonizing 70-day vigil came to an end this afternoon. She watched her brother emerge. The look on her face said everything. Now, Katie, it is hard to capture that sense of euphoria, that sense of relief, and also the fatigue that is setting in here. Just imagine what these families have gone through. From at one point believing you might never see your loved one again to seeing them emerge on the surface. Just an incredible story. Katie?
You can almost feel the euphoria, Seth, even through the television set as you were watching this unfold. Meanwhile, I know the miners will be spending a couple of days in the hospital. Are officials concerned about any medical or emotional problems they may be experiencing right now?
Well, Katie, the Minister of Health has said he is impressed by how well everyone is doing. They are expected to be in the hospital for probably 2 days for observation. What they're really looking for in the longer term here is the psychological issues. They want to be careful to search for issues like panic attacks, nightmares, claustrophobia, those types of things that might set in over time. Katie?
Meanwhile, I understand they've been showered with gifts. Can you tell us about a few of those, Seth?
They really range, Katie, from a trip to the Greek Isles with a loved one to sit on the beaches thanks to a Greek mining company to an iPod from Steve Jobs.
All right.
Katie?
Seth Doan at the San Jose mine in Chile. Thank you so much, Seth. Now, the miners are certainly lucky to be alive, but there was a lot more than luck involved in getting them out of that mine. From the time they were discovered alive, 17 days after the cave-in, the work has gone on round the clock to figure out a way to rescue them. And Ben Tracy reports Chile got plenty of help from all over the world.
On August 22nd, a note appeared from half a mile underground. It simply said, "The 33 of us are fine in the shelter." For the next 7 weeks, the Chilean government executed a methodically detailed plan that led to their freedom.
They've scoured the four corners of the earth and even above the earth to try to find the answers and solutions to get these 33 people out alive and out safely.
Chile called in Dr. J.D. Polk from NASA. His expertise in treating astronauts in confined spaces led to the miners doing leg squats, taking salt tablets and protein fluids while on a strict 2,000-calorie diet, all so they could fit in the escape capsule. Drilling experts from a dozen countries were called in, and eventually 3 rescue holds were attempted, known as Plans A, B, and C. Plan B was the work of Brandon Fisher's Pennsylvania company. Chilean officials thought it could take 4 months to reach the miners, but Fisher's unique percussion drill, which pounds the rock as it rotates, broke into the shelter in just 6 weeks.
It was just unbelievable. I mean, the feelings and the emotions that everyone was going through was just undescribable.
And getting closer and closer and closer, an inch at a time.
To keep the miners alive, the government brought in a team of doctors and psychologists who counseled the trapped men. Through a tiny 4-inch tube, they sent down a camping cot, video camera, nicotine patches, and messages from loved ones. To keep their spirits high, they piped in a national soccer match and gave them Virgin Mary statues. The miners leaned on their faith and never seemed to lose hope.
They had a positive attitude from the start. They had a great deal of faith in the technical abilities of the topside personnel to rescue them. They fully expected to be rescued.
And when the once bearded miners finally reappeared above ground, they were surprisingly clean-shaven, wearing clean clothes, and waving the Chilean flag. And none of that was by accident. Those supplies were likely lowered down to the miners to better stage manage their rescue. And you know, the Chilean government really did think of everything. They even sent a guidebook down to the trapped miners to teach them how to talk to the media once they're free.
Good advice. Ben Tracy. Ben, thanks so much. What a great story.